All right, hey guys, happy Friday, and thanks for tuning back into the OFD channel. Now, today we're going to take a look at the new version of the discontinued Seiko SKX. This is my Seiko SKX 011J on a factory Jubilee bracelet. Really one of my favorite watches right now in the collection. And Chris Marshall of our Marshall Time lent this watch into the channel, so thank you, Chris. Let's see what we have here in the package. This is the SRPD93 men's on a strap. Retail price is $295. I know that Chris got a better deal on this by getting it through Kohl's. And I'll leave a link to his video of the unboxing of this watch. Let's check it out. Now, it's cool. As he said in his video, there are so many different variations, available of this watch already. Of this Seiko 5 version, we should say. There's paperwork inside of there. We don't need to look at that. But of the Seiko 5 version of the SKX, and it's a really, really great looking watch. This is kind of the newer style packaging they're using. A lot different than the older Seiko boxing. A lot less cumbersome and probably more earth-friendly, to be honest with you. So taking the top off the packaging, you've got a piece of foam in there. Move that out of the way. And Chris went with a really, I think one of my favorite of the new SKXs. He went with this blue one with these kind of patinaed-like indices on it. Really good looking classic, styling here on this watch. Now, this watch is running the 4R36 from Seiko, so it is a hand winding. You can see I'm actually winding the watch now, and that second hand starts moving there. But it's a hand winding, and it's actually a hackable movement. As I pull out the crown there and get it to stop, let's get those hands in a more friendly position. About 10-10 there. All right. So, and as you can see, it has a day-date function over here at the 3 o'clock position like you want to have on it in any of the SKX variations. So, very clean looking watch. It does have a textured blue dial. I'll try to capture that here in the light. Little bit of texturing there. It's really difficult to capture here in the light. But I do love the indices on the watch with the chrome surround. Looks really, really nice. I should say polished most likely. Applied indice down there for the Seiko 5 logo. And I love that really traditional automatic like they had on the older Sumos down there just above 6 o'clock. Clean sweeping hand. I love the red tip they've added here, and I like that white index or chapter ring there around the outside. So the watches come on these really, really nice rubber straps. It's really neat how Seiko has upped their games in the last, in the last couple of years on their rubber straps. And this one is really, really nice. You can see it almost has a chain effect, a Milanese style texture to it, but it's a really soft and supple rubber. Go ahead and undo it so we can take a look at the case back. Now, this is a really big difference here. The Seiko, we're used to the SKX, and I have to admit I'm a big fan of the older style case back, the Tsunami. But since they're running the 4R36 movement in this watch, they've put the display case back on it. Also, what that does is this is a 100 meter water resistance watch as compared to 200 meters with the Seiko SKX. Also does not have a screw down crown, which makes a difference there. But really, 100 meters is probably going to get done anything you need to do. 120 click bezel like they have on all of the SKX models. This one seems to line up pretty good. It's typical Seiko. There's going to be some slight misalignment most likely, or people are going to notice or see. But I do think it looks good. I think it looks nice, and the bezel has the really good, similar tight action you would have to an SKX. Love the lume on this watch. You guys got to definitely stick around for the lume shot because it is really nice. The case polishing is pretty much the same as you would have on an SKX. I will note that they've put pierced lugs on this watch for easier strap changes, which I really think is a great idea. It's always a pain to dig out those pins they're the blind pins, and it's always a pain to get them off an SKX. So really good job for piercing the lugs on the watch. So again, great looking piece here. Has the bezel insert. One other big difference is it's missing the lume pip up there at 12 o'clock. But let me go ahead and get this watch on my 7-inch wrist, and then as usual, we'll go out the lume shot. All right, and there's the watch on my 7-inch wrist. Now, dimensionally, the watch is exactly the same as the original SKX. You're looking at the 42.5 from side to side, 45.5 lug tip to lug tip. Comes in at 13.6 is what I measured, and you have a 22 millimeter lug opening. The strap is super comfortable. Absolutely love the way the strap on the watch feels. And you could always throw this on the original. I think you could probably throw the original Jubilee on there. So looking at them side to side, there you go. Pretty cool. And they have, like I said, they have this version in so many different colorways, including they've included them in the Street series. So they've got some really neat texturing to the dials, some wild color variations and whatnot. But let's go ahead and get some light on here and go out with that lume shot. I'm going to actually put it next to the the older SKX, and I was wearing my black base, so we'll put it next to those two and compare the lume. So, all right, so it's not completely dark outside, but you guys will kind of get the idea with the light here. Let me go ahead and get those Seikos loomed up really good, especially that new one. Get a little bit on the Tudor there, and you guys can check it out. I love the lume they're using on the new Seikos, the 5. It looks really, really good. So you're getting a blue lume. Check that out. Look how good that looks on the new Seiko there. The blue lume is really, really a cool new touch, especially on this blue watch. Looks really good. And then you've got the traditional Seiko lume there with that bright green glow. Let's see what the Tudor looks like. Throw that in there. And this is an older watch, but the Tudor's got some good, beautiful lume on it. So, all right, guys, that has been a video of the new Seiko 5. This is the SRPD93, guys. I'll leave links down below in the bottom where you can pick one of these up. And I'll also leave links to the Marshall Time video on this watch. So if you like the video, guys, give me a thumbs up down there at the bottom. And if you've not subscribed to the OFD channel yet, please do. Please do. Thanks, guys.